Hello my dear friends, and today we continue to work with Uranus. You do remember what the energies of Uranus. It's rebelliousness, it's being not like others, it's itchiness to change something, it's a break ruler, it's destroying what was all traditionally set up, all which is convenient for others. It's giving you the itchiness while it's transiting your natal planets or natal Uranus in your natal chart. It's giving you itchiness to break through, to make changes, to stop doing the way you used to do this or that things. And today we will continue to work with Uranus in regards of transiting to natal planets, to making aspect to natal planets today. So we have looked already at the cycles of Uranus, how Uranus is moving within 84 years all around 12 signs of zodiac. And today we have a look how Uranus will change your life while making transits, aspects to your natal planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, Venus, etc. Okay, let's start. Uranus moves at the rate approximately 1 degree of the zodiac per month, and its transits really felt but you when it's making angle to your natal planet. About 3 months, 1 month before the exact transit, then month of exact transit, and 1 month after. So usually 3 months. But every year Uranus is going retrograde for half a year. So if, for example, Uranus is making a position to your Sun, it will be there a little bit longer than 3 months, because it might go, for example, once in direct direction, then again stepping on your Sun, in a position 180 degrees when it's going retrograde, and then third time again it's pushing your Sun again when it's going back to direct position. So sometimes this aspect of transiting Uranus towards your natal planets might be felt for around a year, basically, And now we will have a look what we will feel when Uranus is making aspects to your natal planets one by one. Let's start with Sun. So transiting Uranus, which is moving around, is making, for example, conjunction, trine, sextile to your natal Sun. Good aspects, it's usually asking you to reinvent yourself, to make some changes in your ego, in who you are. Maybe it will push you to develop some talents that you didn't have an opportunity to develop before. Anyway, Sun symbolizes a strong and healthy ego, and Uranus transits demands to make modification to this ego, to reinvent yourself. Sometimes you have to shine, to begin to shine really bright. Uranus is like electrical energy to your Sun, and Sun is representing what we are giving to the world as a personality, what talents we are showing, what charisma, magnetism given you by nature, by universe, you are able to show other people, good aspect. You may really enjoy your transits because you're feeling like revitalized. Also, Sun in women horoscope represents your father first of all, and then husband. So it may be that you are having some important men coming into your world. I mean, I'm talking about women. Maybe you will meet very interesting personality and you will have a relationship with him. Maybe you will find a teacher that you were looking for spiritual awakening, your guru for some time. Anyway, it might be really, really sudden, very interesting encounters with other people. Maybe you would want like spiritually awaken or whatsoever. Maybe you would want to dig for some knowledge. You might want to go for some courses, astrological courses or astrological consultation or whatsoever, because Uranus, it's movement, yeah, according space and according knowledge as well. So it's always like breakthrough for grabbing new knowledge or breakthrough grabbing new experiences in life, yeah. But please be aware. It might be the way that if you accumulated already quite a significant knowledge about this or that subject, you might want to write a book, because Uranus is about showing up, about breakthrough, to show, to claim your talents and the right to be seen, to be heard, to be someone who is not doing everything by traditional way, like popping up, being unconventional, being, okay, I'm not fitting in anymore to the old patterns of my life. I have to shine brighter now, yeah? But please be aware when there are poor aspects, when there are negative aspects of Uranus to your natal sun. So it might be a position 180 degrees, it might be square 90 degrees between them, or it might be quickens 150 degrees between transiting Uranus and your natal sun. A lot of women will lose their partners because, I mean, divorces will be happening 50% of cases, because you experience desire of freedom. You just don't want to live the old way you used to. You want to live your new life now. The desire, the itchiness is so strong. And if we talk about the case that Uranus is going through your sun, natal sun point in your natal chart 3 times per year, when it's going direct, then retrograde, then direct motion again. So it will be actually squeezing sun for about a year. Most of the people would end by destroying their relationship and moving into new relationship, yeah. Anyway, if you don't want to divorce your partner, you don't want to destroy your family, you don't want to make huge changes in this, please try to keep your mouth, because arguments will be there 100%, okay? Try to be more compromising, try to relieve the itchiness for freedom. Replace this by traveling somewhere or reading some interesting literature, or maybe learn some new things, like buy some course, and the astrological course, for example. Try to learn astrology or something like this. Anyway, it's just like an example. Use this energy for something else and try to save your relationship. Uranus and Moon. If Uranus is Uranus is making aspect to your natal Moon. Moon is representing what is happening at your home. It's your comfort zone. It's your home. It's relationship with parents. It's relationship with your own family members, your spouse, your children, etc. So it's your home environment. It's your family, most of all. When Uranus is making aspect to the Moon, you are itchy for changes at your home environment. Either you want to go away from your family for some time, or from your house for some time, or you want to just change something, where you live, who you live with. Most often, they are quite liberating, they're quite, if especially good aspects, yeah, like trine, sextile, or sometime conjunction. You will feel that you want a new home environment. Sometimes you are moving and it gives you like a fresh start for your family. You feel so upright about moving home to make it more interesting, or alternate your home, making some refurbishment, making some changes in your furniture or whatever. So there are huge changes in your home environment. But if there are bad aspects there, like quickens, as I said, 150 degrees, opposition 180 degrees between Uranus and your natal moon, or square when transiting Uranus, making 90-degree angle to your natal moon. Most often it's starting like arguments at home. Most often it's arguments with women at home, because moon representing mom or spouse, I mean your wife. I'm talking about men right now. So basically you are arguing at home and you just want to move out from your family, just not to listen these arguments and disputes, because everyone is shouting, everyone is feeling that he or her is neglected and wants attention and wants to shout about this, etc., etc. So anyway, there will be arguments at home and you would want just to leave your home, or you feel that you are insecure at your home anymore, or you feel that there is no privacy anymore, that you can't concentrate at your work, or you can't concentrate at relaxing or whatsoever. So there are always arguments, you just can't come home and relax a little bit. So it's not the home environment you would want to stay in, and sometimes you move away just to avoid these arguments or avoid the hard atmosphere at home. So, or sometimes it's moving the house, but by the circumstances that you don't want to happen in your life. So it's like someone is pushing you out of home. So it's not that you would want, but it's happening. You can lose your home because circumstances are like this. Try to avoid the stress. If you have an opportunity to go away from your home, like for traveling, but without any breaking relationships with your family, yeah, try to do so, because after this transit you will feel that it was just the effect of transits, okay? So after the transits you will feel differently. So try to stay away from home for a while and then come back, okay? Because be vigilant. If especially I'm talking about water signs now, which are Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces. They are very sensitive people. What I'm saying, if stress at home is high, it might come to the point that you have your health deteriorated. So Uranus, transiting Uranus to your natal moon, can mean that you might have some medical condition about your female organs. I'm talking about women right now. So your hormonal system, your female organs, like breast, womb, etc. So all these organs might be under threatening of developing some medical condition. Please be aware. If there are some arguments at home, try to stay away for some time. Live somewhere else with other relatives or at your friends or whatever. Move home for a while and then you will see after transit, things will settle down by themselves, okay? Next, when Uranus, transiting Uranus is making aspect to your natal Mercury. Mercury is your intellectual power, is how you speak, how you want to learn information, how able to learn information and pass information further on. It's our commuting every day, it's our communication every day, and these are people of our closest circle. It's friends, relatives, siblings, it's co-workers, or people we communicate every day. So this is Mercury in your natal chart. Be aware, when there are good transits, you think quick. You want to show your way of thinking, yeah? You might want to go to learn something new. You might go to some courses or university or college or whatever. You might want to write a book if you accumulated some knowledge already. So to show up your knowledge, because the power of your thinking, the power of your analyzing information, the power of your learning, grabbing new information, and you want to share this is really, really high, because Uranus is just like electrical power to your natal planet. So when transiting Uranus is making good aspect to your natal Mercury, grab this opportunity to show up your level of knowledge. Write the book, or make presentation at work, or make some new really interesting project at work, whatever. So grab this opportunity, because your mental power is huge now, okay? But in bad aspects, when Uranus is making square, opposition, or quickens to your natal Mercury, you might feel that it's hard to get people to listen to you. People don't want to listen to you. They don't get what you are talking about. It's hard to be heard. Sometimes it happens because you move to new team, for example, a work team or whatever, and you don't know anybody, and it's difficult to communicate with them. People don't listen to you. You don't have this authority whatsoever. Or you moved home recently and you don't know your neighbors or whatsoever, you can't speak to them for some reason, etc. So it might be the case that people don't hear you. You can't be heard, okay? But it depends on what is the relationship between Uranus and Mercury in your natal chart, like natal Uranus and natal Mercury. If there is some good aspect there, this could be the time when you can make a wonderful speech. Your words will get a really, really fantastic impact on others' brains of people, because they don't only hear you, they will cite you, they will remember your words or whatsoever. For example, John Kennedy, American president, as you know, he had Uranus square Mercury in his natal chart, and in one of his speech, when this transiting Uranus repeated the same aspect as it's in natal chart, so transiting Uranus to his natal Mercury, he made such a wonderful speech that the words, they are they were coming in all the textbook, history books or whatever. He was taken as the brightest orator among all the American presidents, okay? So please be aware that these aspects, good and bad, also giving you this push to be heard. Yes, it might be difficult in case of hard aspects, but at the same time, you are liberated in your speech, and you are making such bright speeches that people will remember your speeches very, very for a long time. But be aware, negative aspects, square, opposition and quickens between transiting Uranus and natal Mercury can be transits for accidents as well. Or your gadgets might break, or your car might break, or whatsoever. You have this rashness, this impulsiveness, this, how to say, this itchiness inside to move quicker as well, because Mercury is not only about our way of communicating and speaking, it's moving around on all the possible transport vehicles like car, scooter, motorbike, etc., etc. Something might happen to your vehicle, so be vigilant on the safety before you are making journey when these transits are happening, okay? Because some accidents have a risk, high risk to happen at these transits. Also, your gadgets might break, for example, your phone or computer, planchette, a tablet, or whatsoever. So please be aware that you have something to back the situation up, okay? Next, we are going to Uranus and your natal Venus. When transiting Uranus is making some angle or aspect towards your natal Venus. Your natal Venus is responsible for your relationship with other people and relationship towards your money. So it's sexual relationship, it's love relationship, it's friendship as well, and your money, how you manage your money. When Uranus is shaking up your natal Venus, what might happen here? Venus is also responsible what you want exactly. I want and how I'm getting this. So in relationship, of course, you want more freedom. You want to show off for possible other sexual partners or whatsoever. So if you have already set a long relationship with someone, it might be a difficult period of time when both of partners in your couple want more freedom. So please be aware that relationship might break this time. If we are talking about money with good aspects, you are having fantastic time because you are buying to yourself whatever you were dreaming for a long time. Yes, so you are spending some money on the things that you really, really want, and it's all going smoothly. Or you're making traveling expensive and with comfort, and it's really, really fantastic enjoyment for you. So it depends on what are the aspects between natal Uranus towards your natal Venus. So it might repeat the energy of the same aspect in your natal chart, okay? So if it's good, you have this stamina and magnetism to show up, like to show your talents. For example, you might find people where you really belong according to your talents. You will have an opportunity, a possibility to show your talents, to show your artistic talents, to show up, like coming to the stage, so to say, metaphorically speaking or really speaking. You will have a possibility to show as a personality, and you will attract sexual partners if you are alone. But if you are in couple, it will mean that it's going under some transformation, because both partners would want some more freedom, and it will threaten your couple, yeah? So many of the people end up with divorces or with splitting up during Uranus making any angle towards your natal Venus. but also it will give you opportunity to more financial freedom, so to say. Maybe you will get the opportunity to make more money, so you are managing money more, how to say, freely. It means you are not saving, you would want more to spend, and spend on fantastic traveling, or to connecting other people, to have fantastic experiences, or whatsoever. Yes, just be aware. Close relationship will be under threat. So you might lose your partner, you might lose your friends, okay? But at the same time, you will show yourself like a bright personality, and you might find new partners and new friends. Your popularity overall may reach a high point, yeah? And you find acceptance among the people who you feel you really belong, okay? So good transits most often end up with interesting contacts, meeting interesting people, wonderful shopping, wonderful traveling with comfort, yeah? So it's like a breakthrough to get what you want in your life, yeah? To get attention to your style and artistic talents. But bad transits, it's vice versa. Like, you have to spend where you would rather not. For example, you might push to spend much more than you expected for this or that traveling, yeah? So try to put aside a little bit of cash before transit happens, because it might be like you have shortage in cash. You have disruption of your cash flow. So it might happen that you don't have enough of money to lead your lifestyle. So yes, cash flow must suffer. Traveling must be postponed because you don't have enough of money for this. And it might happen that it's unfaithfulness in couples. I'm talking about square and opposition and quickens between transiting Uranus and your natal Venus. Well, let's go next. Uranus and Mars. Mars is your physical energy, your sexuality, your motivation, but also your irritation and your aggressive side of nature, yeah? So when Uranus is shaking up your natal Mars, what might happen? The energy level is really, really, really high. Please just make the most of this transit, because you think you will never get tired. You might have a fantastic breakthrough in your career or in your business or in whatever you're doing. You might want to begin a new sport, for example, you never experienced before. You think that you are so strong, you're never tired, you can do anything at all, and you are capable to do absolutely everything. So that's your level of energy, really high energy. Also, your libido might really, really go up. You would want more sex, more physical entertainment or whatever. If being unfaithful in couple is not your choice, please be aware to burn this energy in sport, in some physical activity, in making reconstruction of your house or whatever. Try to burn extra energy, because you will be basically like shaking, because the energy level is really, really high. You want this physical activity all the time, basically, yeah? Please be aware. If there are good aspects, you can use this upheaval of energy in constructive way. You might make like some breakthrough things at your work, and you can just jump in your career several steps up, yeah? But in bad aspects, when Uranus is making square 90 degrees, opposition 180 degrees, or quickens 150 degrees to your natal Mars, it's a huge possibility of accidents as well, yeah? First, it was Uranus-Mercury. Here, Uranus Mars is also the case of accidents, because your impulsiveness, your rashness will push you to make mistakes here and there, and yes, there will be arguments, there will be disputes, and it might come to even fighting or whatever. There will be some bad things happening there if you don't know how to manage these energies, okay? And how you can burn extra energy, just physical sport, okay? Or refurbishment of your house. Just put this somewhere in wise way, in constructive way, to avoid accidents. Please be aware. This is very, very serious. Also, the energy level is so high that it might cause medical conditions, which is stroke, heart attack, and of course any kind of traumas, fractures, etc. while you're having accidents, because your rashness and impulsiveness just like pushing you really hard and you can't do anything because of this. Try to make it a habit. You just burn this energy in good way. Just I don't know, powerlifting, whatever you're doing, or running, or just boxing your sofa, pillow, whatever. Just sweat it up, okay? Sweat until you feel this energy is burned. Otherwise, all this level of energy will push you into some bad situation. Well, and remember, Mars is our aggressive side of story as well, yeah? So it might be disputes, arguments with your closest, at your work and everywhere. So basically be aware what you are talking about. Uranus wants to be loud. So when Uranus is making aspect to your Mars, you would want to shout at people, okay? So please be aware. Don't break your relationship with your close people, because Mars with electrical impulse of Uranus might push you to do so, okay? Well, let's go next. Uranus, transiting Uranus, making aspect to your Jupiter. You know, this aspect might be really fantastic, because it awakens your desire to make your life larger. So basically, Jupiter is expanding everything, yeah? Like your knowledge or your desire to break through. So basically, during this transit, you may appear sometimes to be rash and impulsive too, but it's like you're being bored till death, and now you just want to take it all in life, yeah? So maybe just Uranus is just like setting you free. There is no any more restrictions for me, so you might want to liberate yourself in this or that way in your life. So you might go for long traveling, or you might go to some learning to enter college or university course or whatever, because you do remember Jupiter's guru is all about reaching faraway countries and reaching knowledge as well. So you might want to get some certification, some diploma in university, in college or whatever. Either learning, either faraway traveling. It's fantastic. You may decide to pursue a degree and certification, as I said, or you could have a religious experience that involves you can suddenly convert to in another religious. Maybe you are traveling to Tibet, for example, and then you decided to be Buddhist or something like this. So you might even leave your church, your religion, or just making absolutely different views on all the philosophy, on the moral values you had already at your core, so to say. You might want to change this, because Uranus is a rules breaker. So he's coming and breaking all the ideology you believed in by your Jupiter. So this might change a lot. So yes, you will need to travel a lot. You will need to learn something new during these transits. Okay. Good aspects. You might have this traveling together with friends, and you will feel that we are good team. We are really, really together. But if there are bad transits, like Uranus is having square, opposition, or quickens to your natal Jupiter, it might be that you are falling out of group of people that you belong to, like club, society, community, some work team or whatsoever. You might be like in disputes, in arguments with these people, and sometimes you are feeling judgmental towards them. You are blaming, you are basically pointing, it happened because of you, or whatsoever. So try to be not judgmental and to push this energy into constructive things like traveling or getting new knowledge. Uranus, Saturn. When transiting Uranus is making angle to your natal Saturn. Saturn is your career pusher. Is putting responsibility on your shoulders. It's requiring that you're a mature person, that you're a serious person, that you work hard, that you make your career, that you don't have fun in your life, but just making things in great order, planning carefully, saving, etc., etc. What Uranus is doing, just erasing all the restrictions that you were making, like sacrifices that you were making to make the career, to get up on hierarchy ladder in your business or whatsoever. So basically it's like you have been in prison and then someone is just like opening up the door for you. You are free. So sometimes it's so liberating feeling. You might be even want to say bye to your career, to your work. The worst thing here that you might have this loud, so it might be argument with your boss or with authorities at your workplace or whatsoever. So you might just break immediately all the thing that you have built for years and years of your career. Yes, you will feel exhilarated, free. I'm not doing this anymore. So you might change career completely, 180 degrees, just absolutely opposite direction. But be please aware, you can do this in good way. So you might make good changes, but within your career at your work. For example, go to a little bit another department, or to get more professional skills, like ameliorate your professional degree and just go a little bit up in your existing career, in your existing workplace. So basically you can make some alteration towards this, but in constructive way. Yeah, for example, you were graphic design and you were using this kind of programs at your computer, and then you learn something new and you already in 3D stuff in your designing stuff, in your designing career. So you are just doing this upper, you are just doing this better, more sophisticated, more on professional level, just to use this transit to make a breakthrough, but in your existing career. Try not to damage and destroy everything that you have been building for years. Try not to argue with your bosses and authorities, because you will have this itchiness inside that you are just like breaking all relationship with the people who were authoritative people for you. Yeah. So yes, good aspects usually are used by people to make a little bit more in their career, like traveling by business, for courses, for making your professional skills more better, yeah, professional growth. So change career in good way, yeah. But bad aspects, when it's square, opposition, quickens of transiting Uranus towards your natal Saturn, you might destroy your career completely. You might destroy the relationship with your boss, yeah. Please be aware. Use this in good way, in constructive way, okay? Uranus, Neptune. This can be fantastic breakthrough for artistic person, for talented person. So if you're a musician, artist, dancer, mystic, spiritual seeker, psychologist, it could be like a limelight period for you. You are going into everybody's attention and you are able to have your say. Everybody will applaud you. You are getting attention. You are getting the opportunity of your lifetime, maybe, yeah? That you are presenting your talents, your skills in fantastic way. Please use this opportunity, yeah? But bad aspects might happen also, like you have spiritual awakening, but in bad way. For example, you were believing in something really, really deeply, and then all your beliefs are just broken, destroyed completely. So it's just like your dream, your hope is taken away from you. So it's like unexpected loss might happen, or very painful spiritual awakening, okay? So please be careful. It depends on what is Neptune is responsible for in your natal chart. I mean, what house of horoscope it's in, and what house of horoscope it's the ruler of, yeah? Also, Neptune, sometimes it's our dependency on things which is taking us away from reality. So it might be alcohol dependency, any kind of dependency, pharmacological dependency on some chemical stuff, on some pills, some drugs or whatsoever, yeah? So it might be dependency on TV, on computer, or some relationship, psychological dependency on some other people or whatsoever. So Uranus is shaking this up. Yes, Uranus might put you at the bottom first, yeah? So you are awakened. It's very painful awakening, and then you have a chance to get free from these chains, okay? Yes, you will hit the bottom, but it will be freeing. It will be liberating experience. It will be spiritual awakening. You will see that you can do much better without this dependency. So it might be very, very painful experience. It doesn't matter good aspects or bad aspects. It might be very painful awakening. But if you really want to get free from this dependency, you have a very precious chance to do this, okay? Also, let's have a look, Uranus and Pluto. You know what is Pluto like, yeah? It's your nuclear power of your natal horoscope, yeah? Of your natal chart, of your birth chart. So basically, it's how you are able to control other people, to make them do whatever you want, or how you sustain if somebody is managing control over you and dictating you in your life. So when Uranus is making aspect to your natal Pluto, it's like you refuse to submit to anyone's controlling. So nobody is telling me what to do. No one is dictating me what to do. And it's like breakthrough obsession. So it might be you are in very abusive relationship, or you are in some teamwork or in club or community or whatever, and it's you who is like trying to dictate other people or whatever. So Uranus will show you the way. There is no point to try to how to say, influence people by forcing them to do this or manipulating them or whatever. There are other ways to connect to people without someone is, you know, trying to dictate everyone around. So it's rebellious attitudes towards any kind of controlling, any kind of manipulation, either from others towards you, either you see that you are bloody controlling freak and you are not doing this right. So Uranus will show you, just stop doing this, and your relationship with other people will be much more joyful and healthier. So this is awakening period when you are not accepting anybody else's control over you, and vice versa, you stop doing controlling things over others' behavior. So it's a very awakening period. Also, just a couple of words, when Uranus is making some aspect to your North Node. You do remember we have South Node, North Node. It's not exactly planets, but it's energetical points where ecliptic of Moon and Sun are crossing. So they are having kind of like a karmic meaning in our horoscope. North Node is showing that you're supposed to reach something in your development over your life or whatsoever, just like far away dream you are trying to reach, but it's hard to reach. Of course, it's always taking some work to reach that point, but Uranus, when it's making some aspects while transiting towards your North Node, it's just like giving you hope that actually you can reach, and during this transit you will do some step forward to reach this dream, to be a little bit closer to this dream. When Uranus is making aspect to your natal ascendant, what is ascendant? It's just the beginning of your horoscope, yeah? It's the 0 point. It's who you are. It's your personality. It's beginning of your first house of horoscope. It's your personality, but also it's your physical look as well. But also it's your like mask you are wearing in society, yeah? So this is the impression you are making when you are meeting other people, what impression you are making, yeah? Before they know who you are inside, like knowing you, what sun, what moon, and other personal planets made who you are, whatever, just before you started speaking, etc. But also it's a like conventional mask for behavior in the society, yeah? So basically sometimes it's not who you are inside, but it's who you want to appear basically in society, yeah? Anyway, when Uranus, rule breaker, is making aspect to your ascendant, you want to break all the rules, break all the typical you. So maybe you will have fantastic changes in your appearance, new haircut, new clothes styles, new behavior, new everything you reinvent yourself in all the possible way. You might change everything about your life, your closer surroundings, your professional things. So you might want to have something you in every aspect of your life. Who you are in society, who you are for your friends, who you are for your family, who you are for your community or whatever, how you look, how you think, how you behave. All these things, it's your personality, first house of horoscope. So anything, any side of your personality can change within this period, yeah? And sometimes it's like as if you feel you are free to blurt out embarrassing things. So sometimes Uranus is pushing you to speak it out, speak it up really. Things that you never thought you were able to speak about. So sometimes you just feel so free, no taboo anymore. I'm speaking whatever I want to speak about. So basically, you are feeling bold. I can do anything in my life and I'm free to do whatever I want. Sometimes people are shaving even their heads and dressing up completely different way whatsoever. So basically just for a little bit, to be a little bit like Aquarius. Okay, if I don't fit in, if I don't wear this conventional mask that is comfortable for you all, I don't care. I do what I want. So basically you feel I can do anything in my life. Again, try to do this in a constructive way. Try not to completely destroy whatever you have built around you, for many years before. Anyway, you have this courage, you have this boldness, you have this freedom-like attitudes toward anything connecting whatever around you in your life. It's like it's like high wide trapeze act, basically, yeah? It takes a lot of courage to walk without a net, just like you're doing something really net, and you know that it might completely break everything you were building for years and years. And the last point, when transiting Uranus is making aspect to your cuspid of 10th house of horoscope. We call it midheaven. Why it's important point? Because it's our legacy, it's our career, it's our highest goals we want to reach in our life, yeah? So basically it's our result of our life, basically, yeah? In professional, in every way. So it's our status, our career, it's our legacy. Basically, when Uranus is making some angle towards midheaven, your goals might change, basically. You were doing this and that, you were building this career. When Uranus is coming and breaking all the rules and instructions about this, you might feel that I don't want to do this anymore. But be aware that 10th house of horoscope is absolutely in opposition of beginning of your 4th house of horoscope, which your family and home. So this is excellent. These two houses, 10 and 4th, are connected, basically, yeah? When one is affected, the other one is under influence too. So if you are breaking your career, of course, it will make impact for your family, for your home, yeah? So yes, in good aspect, you have opportunities to advance in your career, yeah? And to be more in sync with your family because of this. So basically, it's like awakening periods. I can do much better in my life. So it's just like pushing you ahead to do some good changes about this. But also, that could be a transit that moves you away from family business. Or you want business by your own. Or you want retirement. Or it will be huge changes at your home. So career and home, your professional growth and your home, it will be changes. Anyway, try to push this energy in constructive way, okay? Try not to destroy what you have been building for years. It could be a time of difficulty between your parents or with your parents or for your parents, because 10th house of horoscope is authorities, people who have some authorities in our life. So if there are bad aspects like square, for example, towards cuspid of 10th house of horoscope and cuspid of 4th house of horoscope, from transiting Uranus, it might mean that parents might get divorced, for example. Overall, this transit generally places you at odds with the people you were looking like at authorities in your life. So either it's your parents, either it's your bosses, either it's your teachers, or the people who were influencing you like authoritative people. It will be different relationship within this period. So please be aware. You might get a chance to destroy your career as well, and to destroy your relationship with boss. Please prepare accordingly. If you don't want to destroy things, zip your mouth. Try to take some time off the work, or go for traveling and business or whatsoever, away from home, away from your workplace or whatsoever. Maybe you do understand the energy of Uranus, yeah? It's pushing you for movement, physical or spiritual. So basically, if there is no movement, then Uranus is breaking things wherever you are. So basically, the energy supposed to be burned while you are physically moving somewhere. So basically, if you don't want to destroy things at your workplace, take the time off, travel a little bit. In traveling, this energy is burned. So in order to keep it intact, whatever you were building for years, yeah, walk your Uranus somewhere else. Go for traveling, or get some time off the family, off your home or whatsoever, or make some alterations, good alterations, under your control, either at your home, either at your workplace, or both of them. That's what Uranus is asking us for, because Uranus is always coming to get the moss out from our sofas whatsoever. You're not a statue, you don't need this moss on your shoulders or whatsoever. You are moving, you are alive, you're supposed to change, because life is changing around and you're supposed to change. That's what Uranus is asking, changes in your life. In our hands to put this in constructive roles. So be aware and be prepared for these transits. Thank you for watching me. I'm Marina, astrologer, always at your service if you need personal consultations. All my details underneath this video. And next time we will take new planet, Saturn, very important planet. I mean, not the Saturn which is in your natal chart, but the transiting Saturn, yeah? How our life might change if transiting Saturn is going in some aspects towards our natal planets in your birth chart. Thank you for watching me. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.